Hey everyone, I'm Brian.
I'm Tyler.
And we're Gardener in Love. Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. We are in our backyard just off our deck, and we're going to be working on this skinny little side garden here behind me. We have some white gravel that was here when we moved into our house, and this was just like flower bed. There was nothing planted, and we weren't really sure what we wanted at the time. We had just moved in, and we weren't sure of like the sun or anything. And we found these, what are these, blue fescue?
Yep.
Blue fescue grasses on sale at a garden center. And they had just enough that would fill up this space. And so we thought, hey, we'll take them home, we'll plant them, and maybe it'll work. And they've been in the ground for a couple of years now. We've given them a few seasons. And they don't get quite enough sun that they require. They're full sun, and I would say this is like part shade.
Yeah.
It gets some sun, but just not really enough. And another issue is that with them being here under this tree, they kind of collect all of the leaves in the fall, and it's very hard to get them out and kind of clean up the space. So with that being said, we're going to be removing these blue fescue grasses today. We are going to find them another home, don't worry. But we'll be digging all of these up, and we've got some beautiful stuff to put in its place. I think you guys are going to like it. And I think our goal for this is to inspire you with some ideas that maybe you could put in if you've got a skinny side garden in your garden somewhere. And just give you the inspiration and the motivation to get out there and make it the space that you want it to be.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think this space has always been a spot that we really want to be beautiful because I will say it is right off our deck. Part of our patio furniture sort of stares right at this fence all the time.
Yeah, you see it all the time.
And so it's always been a space that we want to be lush and inviting and really sort of add to this side of our house. And it's never really been with the grasses because you can sort of see straight through them. So I think that the addition of the plants that we are going to put in today will really make the space lush. It'll grow up tall, which is exciting, and I think it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah. So we're going to start with digging out the grasses, and then we'll come back and show you the plants we're going to be replacing them with. All right. Okay everyone, so we got the fescue dug up. I ran some fresh drip, which I did not do on camera because it was very wet back there and it was a little messy, so I figured I would do that off camera. We ran it, we tested it, everything's working perfectly, and we got the plants laid out and it looks so much brighter already. I mean, I can't believe how better it looks and we haven't even gotten them in the ground. So let me show you what we're planting. So the first thing is this coleus that we actually grew from seed indoors. So we started these, I think, mid-February.
Yep.
And then upped them to some old containers that I had. And then they've been outside for probably a month or so. And you can see they're starting to put on their upward growth. They've got some thick stalks. This is called Sun Lime Delight from Swallowtail Garden Seeds. They have a ton of coleus varieties on their website, and we grew some last year as well, and They all did wonderfully in our garden. They branched really nicely.
Yeah.
And because we have such a long growing season, coleus get really big here.
Yeah, I can't think of a reason not to grow coleus from seed after having done it a few years in a row. They do wonderful in the garden, just like all the other coleus you buy. And you can obviously get a ton of colors. And so it's super easy, and I mean, they're beautiful. So
the only thing that it may be different from growing coleus versus buying some of the better bred from garden centers is that these do tend to flower a little bit earlier.
Definitely.
But if you just go around and pinch off the flowers, they'll keep putting on their foliage. This variety gets about 2 to 2.5 feet tall and wide, so it'll fill in nicely here. And these are good for sun or shade. They can take the sun, and it says even in the south. So we'll see. These are kind of protected from afternoon sun, but they will get a lot of heat.
yes, definitely.
So it's going to be fun. And then the next annual we're planting is double up pink begonias. Now, I'm going to be honest. I used to despise begonias. I did not like the way they looked. The waxy texture just kind of like turned me off. I don't know. It didn't feel like modern enough. But this is another one that we saw around town last year, like early fall, where people still had them going, and they were huge.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, maybe we should give begonias a chance. So we found 4 double-up pink begonias, and surprisingly enough, it's very hard to find the proven winners varieties in our area.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys experienced that, but I just don't see a lot of places carrying the proven winners double-up begonias. And it's honestly a shame because this is a beautiful plant, and I've heard that these get really big.
Yeah, they mound. So double up, I believe, is the flower, is referencing the flower, but I also think that they mound really high.
So we have 4 of these. So I'm going to put this one back, and I will let Brian talk about the last plant.
Yeah, so this is a Blushing Bride Hydrangea. Endless Summer sent us 5 of these bare root, and we're super excited about them. They get 3 to 6 feet tall and wide.
It's a big hydrangea.
So I know that that's for like a side garden. Obviously, that's a little bit big, especially because this is a skinny spot. We can trim these back because they bloom on old and new wood. I don't think we'll have any big issue here trimming every year and getting as many blooms as we would have before. So these are bare root, and we'll plant them just as we would any other plant, and we'll make sure that we get a lot of mycorrhizae and biotone in there to make sure the roots have a good chance to get established. Okay, let me put this back.
So that is all of our plants. We have 5 Blushing Bride hydrangeas, 4 begonias, and I think 10 coleus.
Yep.
And it, as you can see, just up this way, Brian, it filled up all the way down to our fountain.
Yeah.
So these will get drip every day. This drip runs every morning before we wake up. So we come out here and the plants are already watered, which is really nice. Yeah. So I think we should get these in the ground now.
Yeah, it's time.
All right, everybody, I think we're going to end this video right here. We had so much fun putting together this space. We did run into a few holes where there's some big roots. There's a big giant oak tree next to us, and the closer we got to that, the harder it was to go deep. So a couple of the hydrangeas we had to plant up, but shouldn't be an issue. We mounded them up with dirt. They should be good to go. And we're very excited to see this flower bed fill in.
I think it's going to be beautiful. It's beautiful already. There's a fresh layer of mulch, which is always nice. Yeah, we're just super excited about this space. Thank you so much to Ryan over at Endless Summer Hydrangeas for sending us these beautiful hydrangeas. Thank you, Bailey Nurseries, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel.
Bye, guys.
Bye.